Hi guys, good day. How you guys doing? This is Daisy Senpai. I hope you all are doing well. Guys, this video is very important. You need to share this video. If you've never shared any of my videos before, you need to share this video. Not only sharing it, you need to watch this video till the end. Towards the end of this video or in the middle of the video, I'm going to be attaching a short video so you guys will learn what CPR is. It is really unfortunate that till in this generation, 2024 in Nigeria, that most of you don't know what CPR is. Even some of you that know what CPR is, when there are scenes where you can perform those CPR, nobody cares to do it. Nigerians prefer recording videos, crowding somebody who is suffocating or struggling to survive. You will see a lot of crowd making noise and all that. The person that is struggling to get back to life doesn't need crowd around him, does not need noise, the kind of noise Nigerians make around him, does not need your cameras. Most of you carry your cameras up and down, you want to record, instead of thinking about how to save the person's life. It's actually unfortunate that in this generation that we are, that most of you believe in unnecessary spiritual things that have no power, instead of learning how to save lives on your own. CPR is something anybody can do. Yes, CPR is something you can do. Whether you are a father, you are a mother, you are a brother, you are a sister, you are a teenager, you are a child, can actually do CPR. CPR simply means cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Why is pulmo? It has to do with the heart. Cardiovascular, when you hear about cardio, know that it has to do with the chest region, the heart region. Okay, resuscitation is bringing back to life. Okay, so having known or had the basic meaning of CPR, I want to read out something I saw on the internet that prompted me to do this video. When I first started my content creation, I talked about Dada. Okay, and our belief system on Dada, that Dada does not have any power. There is no spiritual connection to somebody having dreadlocks, natural dreadlocks, or stubborn hair. Most of you were arguing with me. It's really unfortunate that even most of you that live abroad still reason like this. I don't want to use abusive words in this video, but at the point I might be forced to use it because it's unfortunate that you Nigerians don't value your lives. Most of you that live now, even Nigerians that live abroad, don't have value for their lives. They don't regard their lives. Here, Oyibo people, the moment they give birth to a child, as infants, they start taking them to swimming classes. They start taking them to pool, okay, nearby swimming classes where the child, as an infant, as early as 6 months, they will start putting them inside water, rolling them. There are trainers all over. Do you know that it's only African families, or let me specify, Igbo parents, that don't majorly take their children to swimming classes? They remember swimming when the child starts their primary school. That is when they will not want to start registering the child in primary school. It's really unfortunate, okay, that we grew up in an environment where human lives are not valued. Nobody values anybody's life. People buy anyhow, like chicken. People buy carelessly. Doctors and nurses back home don't care about people. They don't have any empathy in them, okay, towards their patients. Only very few doctors and nurses in Nigeria understand their job as caregivers. Okay, so having said this thing, let me read out what I saw just this morning that prompted this live video. I read online, they said concerning Junior Pope's death, there are 3 updates. Okay, number 1, some people in the community are insisting that they must bury him in the river because they believe it's necessary for his children and the community's well-being, or less there will be serious spiritual consequences and heavy repercussions. This is absolutely nonsense, rubbish. Okay, in this generation, people are still believing that you're gonna go and bury a corpse in a river that is supposed to be cleaned up, that people are supposed to be going to do a lot of things. A river that is supposed to be a place for tourist attraction. When my mommy came, I took you guys to one of the biggest seas in my lakes in my area. That place is a big tourist attraction. Okay, like River Niger is supposed to be a very big tourist attraction or tourist place for foreigners, but look at what people in this area, you know, the border of Onitsha people and Delta people are thinking about somebody that just died in that place. You can imagine how a archaic and foolish our people still reason. Sorry to use the word foolish, but it pains me that the carelessness of, number one, the Nollywood industry, the producers, okay, and everybody involved in this thing, there are things they would have done to prevent this untimely death. A lot of things would have been done to prevent this. If we had a government at all in Nigeria, this guy wouldn't have gone like that. And the people that were shooting that movie with him wouldn't have gone like this. You know, it's unfortunate again that even the president of the country might not even recognize or even know that somebody, an actor like this, died. It's only me and you that know him, and we are shouting Junior Pope, Junior Pope. And you know one thing, there was a time Davido lost his son. It was so noisy everywhere. What did Davido do thereafter in his household? You know, it doesn't just end in sacking your house heads or people that the housekeepers of your workers at home. What did he do? Did Davido, you know, register his workers at home, his domestic workers at home today? Did he register them to any form of first aid school courses to go and do and know how to, you know, handle children when they are home, either when they are choking, when they are drowning? Do you understand? Has he gone that extent to train his staffs on how to render some first aid treatments, okay, like CPR, first aid treatment, like for when a child is choking and so on, okay? Did he do anything like that? It only ended in the noise on social media, and you know, every year they remember the Ifeanyi's death. That's all. That is Nigerians for you. Nobody cares about what happens next. Nobody learns from a mistake of others. No, we are only interested, even on social media here, to argue, to insult people. Nobody wants to learn, even when you are projecting important topic. Okay, so this thing, the first comment here, the first statement here got me so angry. That is the more reason why I came out. Then the second one, they said his family doesn't agree and won't give up his body. The community went to the hospital to get his body, but the doctor in charge refused and locked his body in a private room and locked the door. You can imagine the kind of environment where people that come on social media to argue on constant comment section, where they live and how they reason. I keep on telling you guys that most people you see on social media have psychological problem. The system of Nigeria, the poverty the government has subjected the masses into, okay, has actually turned some people's brain into reasoning like animals. You can imagine somebody's child died or son died, then you are a community, you're coming to take somebody's corpse without the approval of the family. Where does that happen anywhere in the world? Only in Nigeria. The third one, they said, some other group of people are saying the family should take the body to a special shrine before 2 a.m. Where a certain herbalist in charge of the river will supposedly bring him back to life. Emeka Rollas and some Nollywood actors are there currently in pushing for the body to be taken to the shrine. Emeka Rollas should be, I think he should be the chairman or the leader of their I don't know, AGM or the Actors Guide, like their body, their charity organization of the Nollywood. Okay, this same Emeka Rollas is not capable of putting up laws that is going to protect his workers, his colleagues, in case of further eventualities. Rather, he wants to, so that tomorrow they will say he tried his best, he was there live. That is what Nigerians like, people clapping for them than doing the right thing. Okay, so at Emeka Rollas' level of exposure, he has not realized, he does not know that that shrine or the herbalist has no powers and can't do anything. If the herbalist has powers and can do something, I learned that 3 people are still missing, not discovered. Let the herbalist tell them exactly at the point where those 3 people that are still missing are. It's not only Junior Pope that entered with him. So the other 3 people that are not seen, are they not members of the Nollywood? Do you understand? They went to shoot movie. So the herbalist should do his work to those that are not seen already, not the ones that mere ordinary human beings or divers got their bodies. We should stop all this rubbish and start reasoning like normal human beings. Let us start reasoning like people with brains. We are human beings. We are God's image, for crying out loud. I don't know why Nigerians and Nigerian youths have decided to keep themselves so low where they are today. I don't know. It pains me so much. It pains me so much that even after Junior Pope's burial, such incidents, this kind of incident will still happen, either in a swimming pool or in a river or in a small stream. It will still keep happening. Nobody cares to know, how are we going to do? What are we going to do, to bring this knowledge to the schools, starting from primary school, secondary school, and making it a course in the university? Nobody cares about this kind of thing. Even in the movie industry, every Nollywood actor or skit maker is supposed to know the basic CPR methods to do in case of eventuality. A common sense would have taught somebody that you need a life jacket to enter a river or a stream or an ocean. You need a life jacket on. You don't just risk your life because somebody begged you, there is nothing there, nothing will happen. It is an act of stupidity. Seriously, it's annoying, guys. It's annoying. Okay, so Nigerians should wake up and remove unnecessary spirituality, sentiment, and stupidity when people's lives are at stake. It's somebody's husband we are talking about here. That young lady is a widow as we speak today. And if these things are not corrected, many widows will still join her in this same route. And all of you will be looking for one shrine, one dibia, one spiritual sacrifice that would have been done. And I heard in the case of this Junior Pope that they said they took him back from mortuary to the river to perform some useless sacrifices, maybe before going to the hospital. These are stupid acts. When I tell you the steps and you watch the video of a short way of doing CPR, you will realize that Junior Pope's life would have been saved the moment they got him out from that water. That is the process. CPR would have started immediately before they start thinking about where to take him to. Okay, so let me read out the step by step. There are 7 major steps you have to take. You have to know what to do. 7 major steps you need to do. Okay, in the case of Junior Pope now, I saw a lot of crowd around him. When this thing happened, when they were brought out from the river, the first thing you have to do is to ensure that the environment, you see that crowd there, clear that place, tell them to leave the scene, and ensure if there's any of them that want to carry phone and start recording, was that person serious slap. Make sure the crowd stays away a little bit far from where on the ground, on the floor, they laid him. That's what the first thing they should have done. 2 people would have done this work and it would have been perfectly done, and then this guy wouldn't have died. It's just the truth. Clear the crowd, direct them to go to one place so that Junior Pope and the other guy brought out will have fresh air to breathe. And that place will be calm. It shouldn't be noisy and overcrowded. Then anything covering them up here, the clothes will be removed, if not torn, so that their chest region will be free. Okay, once everywhere is secured and cleared, then the next thing you have to do is to send the second person, anybody around, to call for an ambulance or look for a car that will take him to the hospital, because in Nigerian environment there is no ambulance services. But if it's abroad where you call ambulance immediately, an ambulance come, you call ambulance, you'll be on speaker with them. That is how we do here. You call them. Okay, here is 144. You call 144. In Nigeria, in America, I think it's 911. Okay, then you put the phone on speaker as you're performing the CPR. Even if you're alone abroad, you can do the CPR. But in Nigeria, you need a second hand. You tell somebody to get a car immediately. Okay, so you lie the person down on his back or her back, facing up on a very smooth surface, not on a foam, on a normal ground that is a bit hard. Not a place that will be shaking. A strong surface is preferably. The person will be lie down on his back immediately. This is I'm talking about here doesn't take more than 20 seconds or 30 seconds. Signaling somebody, please get a car, get an ambulance, make arrangement for a car immediately. Even if he's breathing or he's not breathing, you don't need to know at that moment. Then what you need to do is to lie the person down on a very smooth surface, a hard surface that that can withstand the pressure when you start pressing the person's chest. Okay, so you now check for breath. There are so many ways you can check for pulse. You can check for pulse here. You can check for pulse here. You can check for breathing from the nose or from the mouth. Okay, you put your 2 fingers here. You, as you're watching this video, if you put your finger here, you find out that you feel your finger, something pushing your finger. It means your heart is beating. That is pulse. You're checking your pulse. Or you check it here. You can actually get somebody's pulse here. Okay. But in the case of drowning and all that, you might not get the pulse easily here because this place is so quiet. Okay, but here you are likely going to get. Then the next thing you do is to expose the person's mouth, like, because somebody, even if the person is dead but not freezed, you know, the body is still warm. Open the mouth like this. Make sure the mouth of the person is open as he's lying down. Take the head back and let the mouth open. Do you understand? Then when the mouth is open, put your ear close to the mouth and the nose to see whether you will feel any kind of breathing or air coming out. Do you get that? Even if you feel any kind of breathing or air, or you don't feel at all, you are searching for breath. I have mentioned making sure the area is quiet and secured. Sending for a car or an ambulance, that is number 2. Number 3 is to opening up for airways. Okay, so the person, because what the person is choking and needs more air that he can't get on his own. Okay, then you're checking for breath. After opening the airways, you check for breath with your ear because you are alive. You're either the nose or through the mouth. Do you understand? Then you now, once you notice that there is no sign of breathing, or there is little sign of breathing, please, that is when you start your CPR. Okay, you see this here, this place, you put it, you check where the person's nipples are, here, not on up here, not here, but in the middle of the breast region where the nipples are. You put this, your finger there, like this. If I'm putting it, you might not see my hand, but let me demonstrate it up here. You put this finger here, put this one on top of this one. If the person is an adult from 12 years and above, that is where, here, in between the nipple line, you put these hands like this and start your pressing. Compression, that's what it's called. You press it, 30 times, not so fast, not so slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to watch the video. 30. If you press like that, very hard though. Do you understand? Press 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. When you do it 30 times, you push the person's head up while he's lying down. Open the mouth. Use your own mouth inside and breathe in 2 times into the mouth, through the airways in the mouth. The mouth is wide open like this. You breathe in. Remove your face. Do another breathing. Remove your face and then continue pressing. You will keep doing this. Okay, if the person still alive is not frozen dead, okay, the person, when you do this the second and third time, there's every tendency that the person will do, oh, if he had water in him that he swallowed, he might cough out some water. Do you understand? He would, oh, he will continue doing until a car arrives to take the person. In some modern wards where they have ambulances, if they call them for this kind of situation, they will come with a defibrillator. Okay, they will use it to continue in the use. It's still the same process. Most times, ambulance people will come with mobile oxygen. Okay, in Nigeria, it pains me also that there is no hospital in Nigeria. They said, according to the report, that there was no hospital that had ordinary oxygen. No hospital has it. Meanwhile, where we stay, these are the things that you people should be complaining about, not this rubbish spirituality. Not this rubbish spirituality, guys. Even here, there are small manual, oxygens you can carry in your hand. Mobile ones you can carry in your pockets for people that have breathing problem. There is no hospital in Nigeria that has this thing. Okay, ambulances can now come with oxygen to rescue. The moment you see ambulance, you finish your CPR business. You finished your job. Ambulance are always a team of doctors, nurses, assistants, a lot of them, people, drivers and all that. You understand? They know what to do from there. They will now continue the CPR and check from where you stopped. They will know what to do from there, either fixing the oxygen before putting the person in the ambulance and then taking the person to the hospital. This is just simple CPR method. Learn how to do this. And I think our government should include CPR as a compulsory thing you have to do. First aid treatment in primary schools, secondary schools, both in public schools and private schools, and the university. It has to be compulsory. It has to be compulsory. And you as Igbo content creators, Igbo page owners, it is high time we come together instead of fighting ourselves. Those of us that live abroad, and see what we can do to see if we can build hospitals, or even if it's just clinics or emergency centers in Nigeria. If you don't have money to build big hospitals, at least let us build maternity homes and emergency centers that in every state, even if it's just one ambulance that is steady there. Okay, there is an emergency clinic that if there is a case like this, in the case of this Junior Pope, there is an ambulance in Asaba that can be called immediately to rescue, and the ambulance will come with do you understand? Even if it takes 30 minutes or 1 hour for the ambulance to arrive, it would have been better, because the time they used to take this guy to the mortuary, bringing him back to the river to perform sacrifice, and then going to the hospital, I'm sure it was more than 1 hour. An ambulance would have rescued him. Let us think about what we can do to better the lives and help those people back home, instead of living abroad and behaving like mugus and nuisance on social media every day, fighting each other, dragging each other because you want Facebook money, instead of thinking about things you've learned abroad that is going to help the society and help the Igbo people and your people back home. Guys, watch the video now on how to perform CPR on your own. If it's a child, the same process I mentioned, you can do it to an infant or a child. If it's an infant, you use just your finger, index finger and middle finger. Okay, you don't use your 2 hands on an infant because the chests are still you use just 2 fingers. When you're pressing an infant's chest with just 2 fingers, put pressure, you will find out that it will be pushing down and up. Okay, if it's a child that is not an infant, like a primary school child, a child that is not up to 12 years, you use just 1 hand here to do it, to press is enough to do it. Please, let us learn this. Let us learn it. Okay, I couldn't demonstrate it because I don't have a dummy that is like an adult in my house. I would have used the dummy to demonstrate all the things I said. Take this video serious, share it to everybody around you, and don't forget that this is Daisy's Empire, and I love you all. I want you to become better in life. Watch the video on how to perform CPR in case you get to any emergency or accident scene. You know what to do. Okay, I love you all. Watch the video, guys. God bless you.
You arrive on the scene. Check the scene for safety. Check the victim for consciousness. Gently tap their shoulder and shout.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
If no response, call 911 immediately.
You, call 911.
If the adult is lying on their stomach, turn them over and to their back. They should be lying on a hard, flat surface. Check for breathing and signs of life. Watch their chest for any normal movement. Look for signs of life and breathing for no more than 10 seconds. No breathing or signs of life, begin CPR. Position the heel of one hand on the center of the adult's chest. Place your other hand on top. With your elbows locked and arms straight, lean over the adult's chest and compress the chest 2 inches in depth, 30 times.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
After 30 compressions, give breaths. Give breaths by tilting the head back, lifting the chin, and pinching the nose. Place your mouth over theirs and give 2 slow, gentle breaths, just enough to make their chest rise. Continue with 30 compressions and 2 breaths.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Continue CPR until you see signs of life, another rescuer takes over, or help arrives.